right now, as we know, grain prices are down, land prices are high, interest rates are higher than we've seen way in the past, rising input costs every single year. And farmers are just looking at this and going mathing. And nobody's talking about that. Everybody's raising the price on farmers, and then our cost of what we're getting paid is going down. And many of us will see that meme that goes around on the internet saying, here's our costs right now, and here's what we're getting paid. Here's the costs in 1970, and here's what they got paid. And it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't quite make sense. So that's one of the things that I see as a bit of a disconnect. Sometimes people are talking about farmers needing to invest in this and that, when really, from what I hear on the ground and actual research done by the University of Arkansas, and this is US, of course, I didn't grab any Canadian numbers. So farmers right now are losing $240 per acre for corn, $144 per acre for soybeans, rice losing $380 per acre, and cotton being worst of all. They didn't even give a price for that. So that is pretty startling. And I guess one of the reasons that we don't have these conversations or give these numbers is every operation is different. I mean, an operation that's all paid off because it's 5 generations and we've had some good decisions and good grace that we've received, they're probably making money. But this producer has this variable in this land cost and costs X, or a young person or a new person. There's so many variables. And I think that's why we shy away, because some of us have lower costs, some of us have higher costs. But that's a study that was given from the University of Arkansas. So that's pretty startling. So then what happens? Well, there needs to be a pretty good offset of income. So whether that comes from savings, whether you have a different business to cover that, or cattle, let's say, or you're eating into your equity. And if you are eating into the equity of your farm, if you have it, it only takes farmers so many years to eat through that equity, especially if there's been drought or trade wars several years in a row. So it's a very hard and big discussion to have for any article or any podcast or video, because everybody is all over the map. And then you look at the grain prices. The grain guys are hurting. Well, we know what happens when the grain guys are hurting. The cattle guys finally get a win. And I'm a cattle producer, and we've been enjoying some steady prices now, which is amazing. And now we're at record highs, which is fantastic, because now you can finally start to pay off some debt, put some money in the bank to make sure that you are ready for when it gets tighter a little.